Okay guys, let us discuss about the alpha rays and then after beta rays and then after gamma rays. Okay, so what is alpha rays first? So the alpha rays is nothing, that is just a one rays which is consist of alpha nuclei. Alpha nuclei means what? 2He4. Alpha nuclei means what? 2He4. Any rays contains this nucleus, then this type of rays is called alpha rays. Write down some properties of alpha rays, all of you guys. Write down properties of alpha rays. So first one, alpha ray contain the helium nuclei. Alpha rays contain the helium nuclei, 2He4. Okay, now if you consider the helium nuclei, then what is the charge of alpha rays? What is the charge of alpha rays? So charge is what? Here how many protons are present? 2. So Z is equal to 2 here. Z is equal to what? 2. If here this Z is equal to, it means there is a 2 protons, so charge Q is equal to what? 2e, as we discuss in atom also. Okay, so charge of alpha particle is a 2e. So write down the second property. Charge of alpha particle is equal to 2e. Write down the second property. Charge of alpha particle is equal to 2e. Full stop. Due to this alpha rays deflected by magnetic field and electric field both. Alpha rays deflected by magnetic field and electric field both. Actually, if you consider this one, so any charged particle is deflected by the magnetic field and electric field. Why? Because if any charged particle is moving inside this two field, there is some force is applied. Which force? Let's consider electric force is equal to QE. Electric force is equal to QE and magnetic force is equal to Q into V cross B. So this much of force is applied on this alpha rays. So due to this force, thus alpha rays is deflected by the electric field and magnetic field both. Okay, so write down this one in your books. This is the reason why it is deflected. Okay, let's write the next one. Let's write the next property. Penetrating power is low. Penetrating power of alpha rays is low. Penetrating power of alpha rays is low. In air, its intensity falls down in a few centimeter. In air, its intensity falls down in a few centimeter. Okay, very simple one. If you consider there is air is present, consider this one is air. What is this? Air. If alpha rays entered into the air, then its energy is continuously decreasing after covering some few centimeter distance. After covering some few centimeter distance, this intensity is its intensity becomes very low. Okay, why? Because of there is some energy loss when the alpha rays is penetrating into the air. So penetrating power of the alpha rays is much lower. So that is the property. Write down the next property. Alpha rays coming out from the radioactive nuclei. Alpha rays coming out from the radioactive nucleus with very large speed. Approximately 10⁶ meter per second. With very large speed. Full stop. In bracket, approximately 10⁶ meter per second. Okay, very means it means kinetic energy of the alpha rays is much higher. So due to this one, and when the alpha rays is coming out from any radioactive substance, so any radioactive substance decayed the alpha rays. Okay, and when the alpha rays coming out, its velocity is much higher. Okay, how we calculate it? So we have a equation of the alpha rays. So what is the equation? K is equal to 1/2 mv alpha square is equal to Q value into a minus 4 upon a, as we discussed in a theory session. You just calculate the answer of V alpha from this equation, and finally when you put the all values, you get this answer is approximately 10⁶ meter per second. Okay, so this is the some equations as we discussed in the theory session. Now let's come to the say next one. Next property, all alpha rays coming from a particular decay, all alpha rays coming from a particular decay scheme have the same energy. That's a quite important topic. Okay, write down this one properly. All alpha particles coming from a particular decay scheme have the same energy. Write down in bracket. Energy does not share with other particles. Write down in bracket. Energy does not share with other particles. Energy does not share with any other particle. Okay, let's see. What is this actually? So kinetic energy of alpha particle. This is the equation of kinetic energy of alpha particle. Particular decay scheme means what? Particular decay means this parent nuclei does not change. If parent nuclei is same, you must be remember. If parent nuclei is same, so we can say that A is same. If parent nuclei is same, it means A is same. If A is same, see, A is same. Okay, and the alpha rays is decayed, so the daughter nuclei is also same. Alpha rays is coming out, alpha particle is coming out from the particular decay scheme. Then parent nuclei is also same. A minus 4 is also constant. A constant A minus 4, and this delta Q is also constant for a particular decay. This all the thing is constant. So this is what constant. All of you guys must be note this. If you consider the particular decay, then A same and Q same. So kinetic energy of alpha is same for all the alpha particle. For all the alpha particle, kinetic energy of alpha is equal to what? Constant. Must be note this. And see, if you write the relation, second bracket term, okay, if you write any relation, see, ZXA is decayed alpha 2He4. ZXA is decayed the alpha 2He4, and here Z minus 2 A minus 4. Z minus 2 A minus 4. Z minus 2 A minus 4. Suppose it's decayed into Y. It is decayed into Y. See, like this. Okay. So this A is constant, A minus 4 is constant. Only alpha particle is emits. Here. So energy does not share with any other particle. If you consider the beta decay, there is a neutrino, antineutrino also produced with the beta. So there is energy sharing between the beta and neutrino, beta and antineutrino, like this. But here any other particle is present? No. So there is no in this nuclear reaction, alpha particle does not share the energy with any other particle. So the energy is constant. Due to this reason, the energy is constant. This is the reason for this. Okay, so all of you guys must be note this reason why this energy is constant. Let's write the next one. Alpha rays produces the scintillation. Scintillation means light dots. Scintillation means what? Light dots. Write down in bracket light dots. Alpha rays produces the scintillation on fluorescent material. It means if you have some fluorescent plate like this, see, photographic plate or fluorescent plate like this, and alpha particle is incident on it, so here the light dots is created. If alpha particle is incident on a fluorescent material, then the light spot is created. We already studied about this in an atom. You remember the scintillation screen, ZNS screen. ZNS screen. That is a scintillation screen in Geiger-Marsden experiment. In Geiger-Marsden experiment, atoms. Okay, in the previous one, we already studied about this. So ZNS screen is what? ZNS screen is a scintillation screen. So here, when the alpha particle is incident on the screen, the light dots are created, and this light dots is noted by the microscope, as we studied in a Geiger-Marsden experiment. Okay, so this is the another property. And last one, it causes the ionization in gases. Last one, it causes the ionization in gases. It causes the ionization in gases. When the alpha particle is passed through the gas, so gas will be ionized. Why? Because of the energy sharing. Okay, if alpha particle is passed through the any gases, then gas will be ionized. So this is the sum of the basic property of the alpha particle. All of you guys write all the property properly and write all the reason why this is happening. Okay, then after we are going to the next one. All of you note this in your books. Okay. Okay, let us discuss about the beta rays. So write down first, beta ray is a stream of electron, like alpha ray is a stream of helium nucleus, then that is a stream of electron. Write down stream of electron. If you consider the beta minus, beta plus, then stream of positron, antiparticle of electron. Okay, so stream of electron, write down. Now write the some properties. Write the properties. Of beta rays. Write down some properties of beta rays. First one, beta rays having same properties. Beta rays having same properties as cathode rays, photoelectron rays, except their origin. If you consider the cathode rays or photoelectron, let us consider from where the beta is coming out. So if you have any radioactive substance, then beta particle is emits from the substance. If you consider photoelectron, then photoelectrons, it is a metal. Then when any photon is incident on a metal, then photoelectrons is coming out. See, the origin is different. Here the radioactive substance is origin, here this metal, and photon is responsible to just emission of the photoelectron. Okay, so this is the case. Except properties, except this one, except this origin, properties of this both are same. Okay, so this is the first topic. Now write down the second property. Beta rays is deflected by electric field and magnetic field both. Beta rays is deflected by electric field and magnetic field both. Why? Because what is the charge of beta rays? Electron. What is the charge of beta rays? Electron. So if the charge is electron, it means beta ray is having some charge, then any charged particle is deflected by the electric field and magnetic field, as we discuss in alpha rays. Okay, so exactly same reason here, magnetic force is applied and the electric force is applied. So beta rays is deflected by electric field and magnetic field both. Okay, write down the next one. Penetrating power is large. Penetrating power of beta rays is large. In air, its intensity falls down slowly. in air, its intensity falls down slowly and its travel up to several meters, and its travel up to several meters. So exactly same reason, you have a air, see here somewhere air, and if beta particle is entered into the air, then it covers some several meter distance. Why? Its penetrating power is more, its penetrating power is much higher compared to alpha. So sometimes this type of question is asking to you, if you have a two particle alpha and beta, so which one having more penetrating power? So beta particle having a more penetrating power compared to alpha, because alpha is also a scattering of alpha is possible with a air particle, as we studied in a atom Rutherford experiment. Okay, let's come to the next one. Write down the next one. All beta particle having different energy, you must be note this properly. All beta particle having different energy coming from particular decay scheme, full stop. Write down bracket. Energy is shared between beta particle and neutrino, beta particle and neutrino or antineutrino, beta particle and neutrino or antineutrino. If you write the beta decay scheme, see, if you write the any beta decay scheme, then suppose you consider the neutron. Neutron is just converted into proton 1p1 plus electron and plus antineutrino. So whatever the energy producing during the nuclear reaction is shared between these both. So some of the energy is just gained by the beta particle and some of the energy is gained by the antineutrino. Similarly, proton, you consider the proton 1p1, that is a 0 and 1. Okay, 1p1 is converted into 0 and 1 plus 1 is 0. Positron. Okay, then here neutrino. So here whatever the energy is produced is shared between the beta particle and neutrino. So this energy is shared between these two particles. Okay, so all this beta particle having different energy. Only which parameter is same for all beta particle? Maximum kinetic energy of the beta particle is same for all. Maximum kinetic energy of the beta particle is same for all beta particle, but if this particle is coming out with some kinetic energy, then this kinetic energy is different because of sharing of the kinetic energy. Okay, and not here. Kmax is same for all beta particle, only Kmax, nothing else, only Kmax. So write down Kmax is same for all beta particle. Okay, and when we consider the Kmax, as we discussed in an example also, if you consider the Kmax, okay, then kinetic energy of neutrino is equal to what? 0. Kinetic energy of antineutrino is equal to what? 0. So all the Q value is converted into Kmax. So all the Q value converted into Kmax. All of you guys write the reason for write the reason of this statement, whatever we write here, from here by yourself. Okay, let's come to this last one. Beta rays also produces the scintillation on a screen. Scintillation on a photographic screen means light dots produces the scintillation. Okay, write down all of you guys, not this reason, not all the properties, with reason. Okay, write it. Okay, let us discuss about the neutrino. If we consider the beta decay, so in beta decay neutrino and antineutrino particles are produced. First of all, what is this neutrino? See, what is the neutrino? First we discuss about this. So as per the Pauli's hypothesis, neutrino is a one type of particle which is to balance the energy and momentum in the reaction. Okay, so write down the definition of neutrino. So in a beta decay, an additional particle is emitted. In a beta decay, an additional particle is emitted to balancing the energy and momentum in the nuclear reaction. Full stop. This additional particle is called a neutrino. This additional particle is called a neutrino. Okay, full stop. If you consider any nuclear reaction, then energy and momentum must be balanced on the left hand side as well as right hand side in a nuclear reaction. So if you consider any consideration, suppose X is converted into Y, some beta, maybe plus, maybe minus, is produced during this reaction, and with this beta plus, some additional particle is produced. During this reaction. Okay, X to Y, when X is decayed into Y with the beta plus or beta minus decay, some additional particle is produced here. This additional particle is called a neutrino or antineutrino. There is a two particles produced, neutrino or antineutrino is produced. Now the thinking is what? Why it is required? If you consider the conservation of energy and momentum, this must be required. Okay, why? If this left hand side energy and right hand side energy does not balanced, then this energy and momentum both are balanced by this additional particle. So due to this one, this law does not violate. Which law it does not violate? Because of this, the conservation of energy and momentum. So this additional particle is called a neutrino or antineutrino. When the neutrino is produced and when the antineutrino is produced. So if you consider the beta plus decay, as we studied in theory, so I am writing this only directly reason. Okay, I am not writing any reaction. We already discussed in a theory session of this beta decay. So if you consider the beta plus decay, then neutrino is produced. If you consider the beta minus decay, then antineutrino is produced to balance the energy and momentum. Right now I am not writing the reaction of the beta plus and beta minus. We already write the reaction in a beta decay theory. So in a beta plus decay, neutrino is produced. In a beta minus decay, antineutrino is produced to balance the energy and momentum both in the reaction. Produced to balance energy and momentum. Note this in your books. Okay, now first of all pause your screen and note this. Let us come to this next one. Write down some properties of neutrino. Some properties of neutrino. Write down. Characteristics. Okay, characteristics or properties of a neutrino. Write down. First, its charge is zero. Its charge is zero like a photon. Its charge is zero like a photon. We consider the photon is a light quanta. What is photon? Photon is a light quanta. So first property, photon is a light quanta, but we consider the photon is a particle also. As we studied in the previous chapters, photon is a light quantum. Light quantum, it is a particle. So neutrino is also like this one. Charge of photon is what? 0. So charge of neutrino is also 0. Write down the next property. Write down the next property. Like a photon, rest mass of neutrino is also 0. Like a photon, rest mass of neutrino is 0. Second one. What is the rest mass of photon? 0. As we consider in a mechanics. In a mechanics, mass of photon is equal to what? 0. Similarly, for neutrino, rest mass is what? 0. Write down. Rest mass of neutrino is 0, like a photon. Third one. It carries the energy and momentum both. It carries the energy and momentum both. Why? It is balanced this actually. This particle is balanced the energy and momentum, so it must be carries this. So that is the third property. It carries the energy and momentum both. Okay, so this is the basic study about the neutrino. One property we have, but this only for information. We are not, its angular spin, this is only for information. If you are not write this fourth property, don't worry about this. If you consider the neutrino, so its angular momentum, its angular spin is exactly like nucleons. Angular spin of neutrino is exactly like a nucleons, plus or minus 1/2 into h upon 2 pi. This is the angular spin of the neutrino or antinoon. Okay, so this is the last property. All of you guys note this in your books. Okay. Okay guys, let us discuss about the gamma rays, a third type of decay. So let's write the properties. Before we are going to write the properties, all of you must be know gamma rays is not a particle. Gamma rays is not a particle. It is a EM wave, electromagnetic wave. Okay, you must be noted. It is a EM wave. What is EM wave? Electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave. Okay, so gamma rays is not a, alpha and beta both are particle, but gamma rays is not a particle. Gamma rays is a EM wave, and this gamma rays is produced, as we studied in a theory session, as we studied in this gamma decay. Gamma rays is coming out due to the transition inside the nucleus. Transition inside the nucleus. Okay, write down some properties. Write down properties of gamma rays. Properties of gamma rays. First one, it does not contain any charge. It does not contain any charge. Okay, due to this gamma rays does not deflected by electric field and magnetic field. Gamma rays does not deflected by electric field and magnetic field. Okay, here the charge is 0. If you consider the any charge particle, then it is deflected by electric field and magnetic field. But here we consider that this is the wave actually. What is this? Wave. So it does not deflected by electric field and magnetic field. Second one, it has least ionization power. It has least ionization power and largest penetrating power. So if the gamma rays is passing through the gas, then the ionization is possible, but in comparison with alpha, it's a lower one. Okay, but if you consider the penetrating power, then the alpha ray is having a largest penetrating power. If it means the alpha rays is passing through the air, it's cover a much more distance. Its intensity falls very slowly. Its intensity falls very slow. Okay, its intensity is almost constant when it is passed through the air. Okay, so this is the reason. So its penetrating power is largest one. Next one, all photons coming all photons coming from a particular gamma decay scheme. All photons coming from a particular gamma decay scheme have the same energy. All photons coming from a particular gamma decay scheme having the same energy. So let us discuss this reason what happened here. If you consider this is the unstable nuclei X, unstable nucleus X. Now it's a transition into another one. So let's consider this one. So this is the energy level of stable nuclei. So what is this? Energy levels of stable nucleus. So when it is suppose beta or alpha, whatever the decay possible here, it's just come here. Suppose consider it's convert from X to, consider it is Y, X to Y. So if gamma rays is produced from particular transition, see this energy gap is fixed. This energy gap does not change, its energy level, as we studied in atoms. If you consider for hydrogen, for first and second orbit, energy gap is fixed. It does not change. Similar for second and third, that is also energy gap is same. Here some energy is consider this energy is x1 and here is the energy is x2, so the gap is fixed. So when the alpha rays is coming out from this particular transition, particular decay, from the particular decay, energy is constant. Gamma energy is equal to what? Delta I, and it is constant for particular decay. If the decay is change, then energy is also change. Okay, so that is the reason for this one. And the last one, gamma speed of gamma rays is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 6 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Speed of gamma rays is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second is equal to speed of light, is equal to speed of light in vacuum, is equal to speed of light in vacuum. Okay, gamma rays is a EM wave, so all the EM wave have the same speed. All the EM wave have the same speed, and the speed is equal to what? So speed is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. That is equal to C, light, speed of light. What is the C? That is the speed of light. Okay, all of you guys note this reasons of particular properties in your books.